In this edition of Tidbits and Tooltips, we're going to talk about saw blade orientation, direction, and tension, the three things that really matter when putting them in the saw frame. Hi, I'm Blair Anderson, artist in residence and owner of SilverWorks Studio and Gallery. The humble jeweler saw. Some people love it and some people hate it, but it's one of the most important tools in a smith's toolbox. There are different kinds of saw frames, but they all have this part in common: the blade. No matter what kind of saw frame you have, the blade is the part that really does the work. Now, after teaching hundreds of students in my beginner classes, and even later while spending time in the studio, I've noticed a few things people do with the blade that feed the hate and not the love. Today we're going to talk about this part of the saw and feed the love. Everyone breaks blades. They're fragile, but they're also really inexpensive. You know the old saying, you have to break a few eggs to make an omelet? Well, you have to break a few saw blades to learn to love the saw. So give yourself permission to break a few. When you're putting your blade in the saw frame, these are the things to remember: orientation, direction, and tension. First, let's talk about orientation. This may seem obvious, but I've seen more people make this mistake than you might imagine because they forget that the blade has teeth only on one side. When you're sawing, you want to move forward through the metal, so you need the teeth of the blade to point straight ahead. Not sideways or backwards, but straight ahead. The second mistake I see people make is that they load the blade going the wrong direction. In other words, upside down. Yeah, the teeth have an upside and a downside. As you move the saw up and down, you want to be cutting on the downward stroke. So you want to make sure that the teeth are facing down. Now, how do you tell what direction the teeth are going? They're really hard to see, aren't they? So I like to run the teeth against the pad of my finger. You won't cut yourself, but you will feel the teeth slide over or grab the ridges of your fingerprint. You know when the teeth are grabbing, that's the direction you want the blade facing in your downward stroke. Think of it like petting a cat from head to tail. Head to tail, the cat will purr. Tail to head. Now, about tension, the third, but I think the most important. When you're putting your blade in the saw frame, tension is key. Now that we've identified orientation and direction, we can insert the blade into the frame. The kind of frame you have may affect the way you insert the blade, but today we are using a traditional saw frame, which is pretty simple. Observing orientation and direction, we start at the bottom of your frame and insert the blade. Using the thumb screw, simply open, insert, and tighten. Now insert the top of the blade between the two plates. Don't tighten yet. To create our tension, we push the frame against the bench, creating a squeeze. Now keep squeezing and tighten the thumb screw. Then let go. When you're done, the blade should ring like a piano string, like that. If you don't hear a ping like that, your blade is too slack and you're more likely to break it. Simply try it again until you hear the ping. And that's it. Make sure you have the blade oriented correctly, with the teeth facing the right direction, and have the blade under the proper tension. With that, and a little practice, the saw will become your new best friend. I hope these tips will help you on your exciting new journey with your saw. Please subscribe to my channel and watch for more tidbits and tooltips. Bye for now. Break a few eggs. So good.